very sad. This is the end of an era. The LA boys are leaving their home. They're moving to Austin. I know, it's tough.
What?
I think it's... Thank you, Electra. very, very genuine reaction. And I think it's even more bothersome for one of the Fighter and the Kid co-hosts. It seems like something's happening behind the scenes that Bryan Callen did not want out there. So it seems like someone is trolling Bryan or something's happening because Bryan talked to a friend of Brendan's about this move that they're making. The speculation is that Bryan thought when he announced he was moving to Austin that Brendan would be like, well, brother, let's shake hands and part ways. It's been a good, 10, 12-year run, however long they've been doing the Fighter and the Kid, a long time. And, at least we have our memories. And then Bryan would go to Austin. Brendan would stay in LA with his family. Because if you remember, it was pivotal for Brendan that his kids had stability. He retired from stand-up comedy so that dad could always be there. And now they are uprooting their lives and moving to Austin because Bryan wanted to be near the mothership so he could, open for people more.
So Bryan was moving to Austin, and then Brendan just said, okay, I'm going to move with you.
Essentially, they were kind of talking about it for a while, but it seems like Brendan was like, hey, my main source of income is the Fighter and the Kid, so I kind of got to go as well. It's weird that both these grown men, you could say that that's weird that Brendan's following Bryan. They're both following Joe Rogan. They're both
also that.
Well, we're not allowed at the Comedy Store as much because Joe's not here to protect us. So let's go. Let's loiter outside of his club and see if we get let in.
Maybe they'll get let in. Maybe.
And Joe is following a DMT elf, so they're all just following nonsense.
Yeah. So let's hear them talk about the Fighter and the Kid moving because I don't know how long this will last based on what Brendan is suggesting here.
I told you to remind me. I'll do this off air, but we can do it here. Mutual friend of ours apparently talked the other day. Talked to him today and he goes, man, I talked to Bryan. So, how long you guys think you do Fighter and the Kid? I go, and he goes, yeah, clearly you guys don't like doing it. And I go,
huh?
You're talking to Brendan, man. It's me. He goes, yeah, I know. It's running a short leash. You guys gonna stop doing it when you get to Austin? I go, Fighter and the Kid? He goes, yeah.
Hold on. Did one of the homeless cats get Brendan Schaub's number? It's hilarious just to text him. This guy must have known what he's doing. You text or call Brendan Schaub and you just go, yeah, so Bryan Callen pretty much hates doing the show with you. That's not news to you, certainly, is it? Oh, it is? Whoops.
No, his first text back is, this is Brendan. Did you mean to send that to someone else?
That's a good point. Yeah. Did you mean to say, are you and Bryan talking shit about me? I'm used to that.
Let me go through this right. Fighter and the Kid could make $0 and me and Bryan would still do it every week.
Yeah.
I'm sure his full-time staff that's moving with him loves hearing that. Literally right after this, they go to the producer like, you're in for the move, right? And he's like, yep. We could make $0 and we'll still keep doing it. Keep in mind, by the way, Bryan Callen was thrown off the show when he was Me Too'd. And so literally, because of the money they were making, they stopped doing the Fighter and the Kid together. So it's literally not true, and there's proof of it. But I'm glad that's the fairy tale that Brendan believes now.
And keep in mind that you can also do everything remotely now.
Yeah, I don't know. I would, if that was the setup they had, I would want to keep doing it in the same room. It does lose something when you're not in the same room. Like
the chairs make this show. Without them, I think you're in trouble.
No, but there is just when you're having a conversation like this. Like I would prefer to do it everyone in the same room. It's just not possible with us really, but like that is the best way to do a show, I think. So it does make sense that they would want to move together. And having guests in, it's worse on StreamYard or Zoom or whatever. So
yeah,
it has nothing to do with that.
Right.
And he goes, really? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, I just figured the vibe, like after talking to Bryan, talking to you, I went, oh, you're so off, dude. Yeah. I said, I talk to Bryan every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't even go into Brendan's head where he's like, yeah, the vibe I got from talking to Bryan, and Brendan was like, oh, you're wrong, because he doesn't say that stuff to me. It's like, No, Brendan, maybe pick up on the fact that he is saying it to strangers. Brian, to anyone else that will listen, be like, I can't believe this fucking guy's followed me down there. I thought I was free.
Social cues are hard for Brendan. It's a hard.
No, you know what? I say that somewhat jokingly. I think Brendan is a little smarter than he lets on. I think that's why he's bringing this up in front of everybody. There's a weird dynamic that I didn't really know about until recently. I guess I always assumed, because of who Brendan is, I assumed he was the punching bag of the show. I thought he was the big dummy. Like, everyone knows he could rip your head off, but they also know he's an idiot and kind of goof on him. I guess it's the opposite, where Brendan is the alpha, Bryan is the beta that Brendan makes fun of. So Bryan is the punching bag of the show, which I didn't know that until recently. So I think this is Brendan kind of alphaing Bryan, being like, yeah, I don't know, man. Some people say you're talking shit about me. That's probably not true, right? And then Bryan has to sheepishly go, oh, man, yeah, I guess I don't know where he got that, other than directly from my mouth.
So I have a buddy that just watches this show religiously, and I said, tell me one thing I don't know about Bryan Callen. And he said, Bryan Callen loves being a troll. He loves so he's kind of way dirtier than you think he is, as far as like, that's why he sticks with Brendan, because he likes the trolling that comes with that.
You could tell he got Matan Evan. Like, I think he liked doing Matan's show, which speaks to that. Is your friend, let me ask you this, because we've often talked about meeting like a genuine Fighter and the Kid fan.
Yes.
Is he a little off, this guy? What's the
little
deal?
Yeah,
okay, he's what you'd expect.
Yes,
okay,
but also he understands that Brendan Schaub's a joke, but he's like, we're in on it. Everyone's in on Bappa. We love Bappa.
All right,
so it's our conversations are 95% Bappa. It's
okay.
I thought you only talked to me when you're in the studio. I'm like, buddy. I said, dude, I can't tell you how off you are. He goes, really? I go, yeah.
Who is this?
I'll tell you off air.
Oh, it's so funny.
He goes, really? I go, oh, but you're taking.
Because
I said, you're either taking what I'm saying out of context or what Brian's out of context. I said, I can't.
We're not talking enthusiastically because we're.
I said, I can't emphasize it. Or maybe when he's talking to us, there's just issues. Maybe I don't know.
I never said that.
But he was like, what? I'm like, you're so off.
I like that Brian's like, who was this? Which one of the 40 people I've talked shit to you about is this? Who do I have to cut out of my inner circle?
Mike, so what's going on physically here, and this is why the show is also great in person, is as the conversation gets tighter, they got the legs crossed real tight. These balls are getting squashed, and both of them. It's
both of
I could
them.
never sit.
They are
I could never
so
sit like this.
I know.
That's hilarious.
It's like a metaphor for the conversation. The ball's in a vice.
Yeah.
We're going to Austin together, dude.
Yeah, I told him, I said, Brian bought a house before me. He goes, really? I never thought he was going to go. I'm like, yeah, he bought the house before I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I gotta say, now if Brendan's lying, if this is just a writing sample of Brendan's, he's got to work on the character arc. Because a moment ago, he was like, yeah, Bryan moving to Austin probably means the show is done, right? And now this character is like, man, I never thought I'd see the day. Bryan's not moving to Austin, is he? It's like the guy is completely reversed, where a minute ago he's like, there's no way you're following Bryan, and now he's like, there's no way Bryan's going to Austin. So Brendan's just lost the arc of this man that maybe he created to confront Bryan.
No, we both have houses. Yeah.
And it's going.
Isn't that weird, though?
It's going to go strong.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're so
people
off.
Get different ideas.
Yeah. Weird,
Yeah,
right?
this is where I'm
Weird
saying
thing.
I think Brendan's a little. He's like, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? This guy said you talked a bunch of shit about me. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that he would just make that up? Like, Brendan's kind of like menacing. And
Brian's like on his phone, not even paying attention to the conversation. He's just looking at his phone. It's very uncomfortable.
Well, all right.
Takeaway.
What it is.
Yeah, you know.
Very interesting.
Chin, how are you feeling about Texas? Now that it's getting real.
I told my parents yesterday because they came to
How'd
visit
they
me
take
yesterday.
it? I did get a call from your dad.
I know. Did he?
How'd they
was he
take it that
crying
I
or no?
said,
No.
even if we were making $0, if we were bankrupt, I would keep doing the show down there?
Oh, he's like, I can't wait to get this kid out of here.
No, they're everyone's cool with it, man. Yeah, like I said, I don't have.
I haven't got pushback from anyone. A few people expected, but for the most part, everyone's stoked. Stoked.
Yeah, I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. Like,
Yeah, you're the perfect
yeah,
candidate
this
to go.
is like the best time to give it a shot.
Just
So
up and go.
yeah.
You get any pushback on your friends or family?
Oh no,
No, right?
not at all.
Most people are like,
Ryan
"Can't believe
seems
you
like he
didn't
doesn't
go
want to
before."
be having this. He's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, Electra was right.
Exactly.
He is
He's
not.
he's
paying
not
attention.
into this conversation.
No, he is checked out.
Which
Yeah,
which
that's
to me suggests like he actually was talking shit about Brendan.
Yes.
He's like, let's
Got
just
me.
let's move on, huh?
And Brendan started this conversation with, "Oh, we should do this off the air." Here we go, diving right in. And so he knew. They both knew where this was going.
That's right. All of them.
Our boy AG from Toehold's like, I can't believe Brian's going. Everyone's like, I can't believe Brian's going. I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah. Come on, man. Let's go.
Who are all these people that couldn't fathom Brian? I just assumed he was going in 2020 when Rogan moved. I think everyone thought these two would go. Who are all these people reaching out going, I can't believe it. Bryan Callen is going the only logical place for him to do comedy. That's the only place in the world that makes sense for you two to live. You're going. I can't wrap my head around it.
Where 90% of the people already think you live.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you just ask someone, like a casual comedy fan, you'd be like, I don't know, did they move to Austin?
Yeah. 10 years ago, didn't they move there?
Been there.
Go to blindmike.net for everything Blind Mike. Look at me. I did it. Krager's did it.